Okay, there I am. I've got myself unmuted, and now I think I'm getting my camera on. Let's see. Folks, are you able to see me and hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me turn my camera off so it's not staring me in the face. And folks, I'm ready to go. Folks, it's really, really nice to see everyone. I just can't believe how fast time seems to be going. It's almost as if we're on, like as a human race, we're on speed, racing towards, I don't know, the end of the year. It's almost like I blinked and November was gone. And here we are again in our November psychic hour with only a couple of days left before the end of the month. I'm so excited to be here with you this evening. And I'm especially excited that we're in the holiday season because this always has been my very favorite time of the year. So welcome. And we're going to have a fun evening this evening. I see already some people in the chat room here have got their hands raised, so you already know how this works. But for those folks who are brand new to my psychic hour, let me explain that I've been doing these psychic hours probably for about 10 years now, monthly. They've always been free, and here's my story. I will try to do a thorough job on as many people as I can get to. So if you are here and you want to ask your question right here, you have to raise your hand, and you'll see that there's a little hand in the checkbox next to your name. So go ahead and raise it so that my assistant Lisa, who's in the chat room, will know that you have a question to ask. If you get called on, I have a couple of things I want to know, and here's what they are. The first thing is just your first name, because these do get posted on YouTube publicly, so and other social networks publicly, so people will see you. Not visually, but they'll hear your voice and they will know who you are. So I only want first names so that you're incognito as much as we can make you here. You also should give us where you're calling from, because we do get people from all over the country, USA, and also all over the world. So it's always fun to know where you're calling from. I'd also like to know your sun sign, i.e., are you a Leo, a Gemini like me, a Libra? What's your sun sign? Because armed with that knowledge and this chart that you see here on the screen, I can tell you a whole lot about what's going on in your life just from your sun sign. And as a matter of fact, even if you're not the person who is being selected for the question, please listen, folks, to everyone's questions and my answers, or my guides' answers, because my guides have a way of talking about everyone who's on the call while they're answering someone else's question. So you might be getting the answers to your question, even though somebody else is the one who's asking theirs. So listen in. Now, I'm also, so that's where you're calling from, your sun sign, your name, and I also want to know what you're most thankful for right now in your life. And that's, I think, is so important, especially with this being the month that we're celebrating Thanksgiving here in the US. That's just a couple of days away. I want to wish everybody a happy, happy Thanksgiving. And if you're in Canada, you've just had your Thanksgiving, I think. So happy Thanksgiving to you folks too. And honestly, I really think that everybody on the planet needs to celebrate Thanksgiving. You know, gratitude is one of the very first steps towards manifesting and towards turning everything in your life around into only things that are good and beneficial for you and your family. So Thanksgiving is far, far beyond turkey. So I'm a big proponent of Thanksgiving. So to everyone who's here, no matter what country you are, no matter where you are, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. So back to what I was saying. Again, this is my focus of how I handle this call. If you have your hand raised and Lisa calls on you, I'm going to want to know those things from you. I'll coach you. If you are here until the end tonight and you don't get called on, I still give you the option of emailing me one simple question. By simple, I mean direct, one direct question. And I want all that same information. Your name, where you're from, what your sun sign is, what you're most grateful for, and then your question. And again, armed with that information, I can go just as deep and give you just as much information as I give on the call this evening to those people that I am able to speak with. Okay, so I think everybody's got that. Before we jump in and get started, folks, I want to just talk for a minute about the things that you're seeing up here on my screen. I call this my housekeeping. I'm going to start over here on the right side and work my way around clockwise. First of all, you know, my website is sandyanastasi.com. You all went there to sign up for this. I think we're just posting the whole roster or about to for next year. The site only lets us post at a certain time. So please keep going back until you're able to post and get registered for next year's psychic hours. They'll be coming up very shortly, if they're not there already. And also, while you're on the website, just browse, because there's always so much to look at there. My website, for those of you who haven't browsed it yet, it essentially is looking at a complete university in metaphysical education with both a lot of videos as well as audios in my VIP section. It's pretty amazing. I got a great IT person who has made things very easy to navigate there. And if you do take an online class with me at any point, you'll find that you get that class in your own library and everything gets dripped down to you. So it's very easy to organize things and keep track of your work. We have communities online, so you get partners to work with. The thing is, it's good while you're on that, signing up for your next psychic hour and making sure you're signed up for the newsletter. Take a browse around. It's a good thing to know that it's available. Also, folks, if you are already, active in my community, please download the app if you don't have it yet. You know, those apps are pretty much hack-proof. So if you're on the app, no matter what's going on in this world with the internet, you're usually able, at least with your telephone, to get online. So if you do have classes with me, they'll be in your library and you can always access them through the app. You can access this psychic hour through the app. So download that app. It's free, no charge for it. It just is nice and safe in all ways. So a lot of my people who are here tonight probably are here on the app. I also want to make mention that we have a open community, okay, that we began it maybe a year or two ago just for the psychic hour people. It's not called the psychic hour, it's called the open community. But as soon as you sign up for the newsletter, you're already in the open community. So if you're looking for a place that has got supportive people who are positive and want to see you succeed in whatever you're doing and aren't going to be negative or undercutting in any way, go ahead and continue whatever conversation we're having here, continue it on the open community. There will be somebody there who will pick it up. And guess what? You can make new friends with people who think like you. And the open community is monitored by both me and Lisa. So we also do answer your conversation. And so it's one of the very few ways that you can get a direct line to me and a direct line to Lisa is in that open community. Okay, I wanted to make mention my What's Coming in 2025 webinar happened. It was great. I want to thank everybody who came. We got wonderful information. It is now online and it's for sale on the website. You'll see it. It's $25. So if you missed and people are talking about it, you say, gee, I wish I had attended, you can still buy that. So it'll stay online. Just go and look for it and it's right up there. I think it's right on the first page right now. VIPs, and I know I've got some of you in here because I'm recognizing some names. Our next coaching call, just a reminder, we meet 4 times a year. Our next call is February 6th in 25, and that'll be at 7 p.m. And for those of you who don't know, when you're a VIP, you get all kinds of perks. You get, well, the VIP community, once you have access to it, it has over 300 fully downloadable classes in your library. So you can study anything from astrology, a full 1.5 year long program in astrology, become a professional astrologer, would you believe, all on audio, fully downloadable classes. So there's astrology, there's psychic development. My entire psychic development program is in there on audio. There's tarot, my entire tarot program, including all of the extra programs that I've offered. They're all in there. So it's a tremendous asset, just in terms of education. But you also get access to me in a group coaching call 4 times a year as part of that. And it's very, very inexpensive. My old friend, Sharon Lynn Wyeth, who is passed now, used to say to her people, she was a podcaster as well as a psychic herself. And she said, there's nothing like this anywhere on the internet or anywhere else where all of this information is offered for such a ridiculously low price. And that's in Sandy Anastasi's VIP community. So folks, be aware that it's there. And those folks who are here, who are already in, how valuable that information is. And we have all kinds of perks. You get a discount on your birthday month for a reading, et cetera, et cetera. And you can go on the website and read all the perks, but it's really very, very good. Speaking of which, I want to jump over to this other side of the chart. Our November Black Friday for the month specials almost up. We have another week left. So any of those specials are being continued through November into the December holiday season, but some of them have changed a little bit. So let me go over that. My reading and coaching year at a glance reading special, and a lot of you have heard about that. It's available for $300. There's no, if you had purchased the webinar, the what's coming in 2025 webinar, I was giving you $25 discount from that 300, which was an unheard of price for that. I'm not offering that anymore because the webinar is done. But you are still able to purchase that reading at $300. It's a steal. It's slower than my readings normally are. It's also, Lisa, do we have any, where am I booked up to on my year at a glance readings? I know that almost all the spots are taken already. Do we have any left?
I want to say we have about 7. After I did some tweaking, we're already into February.
Yeah. So folks, as I've been telling people ever since I started offering it, which is over a month ago, that it fills up. I only offer those readings until we get to the end of February, because frankly, after that, I'd be taking advantage of you. You've already gone 2 months into the year. Okay. When the year at a glance reading is, when the spots are taken, that reading will be taken down from the website. What will replace it will be an option to get a look at your next 6 months. But it's not the same as that year at a glance. The year at a glance is it's your ability to really get a handle on what's coming in your life each month by month for the next the next year, which is all through 2025. At any rate, if that's something that you want, 7 spots left, jump on it. Okay. Now, my fall VIP membership drive, I was just talking about the VIP and how great it is. Every fall I do my membership drive, and the cost of the VIP is only $197 per year in order to get my bonuses. And that's what's really all about this, the drive part of it. During November, the bonus is a video that's taken from my Evolution of Consciousness series. It's a great video, not available anyplace else except through purchasing that whole series or during my bonus month. Or months. At any rate, in November, what's on the other side is my gift to you if you purchase the automatically renewable VIP for $197 a year. If you purchase it during December, it's 12 ways to open your own gifts. And again, that's an MP4 fully downloadable video talking about how to open your own psychic abilities. And that's all through December. Now, if you're not concerned with receiving any of those MP4s, anytime all year, you can join at either the $197 price for the year or the $20 a month, but you're not going to get that extra gift. And the gift is a very nice gift to have because, like I said, it's not available for any price outside of the Evolution of Consciousness series, which is expensive, or here when I'm offering it as a bonus for purchasing the VIP. So, and you all know that the VIP is great to belong with. I also have my early enrollment, folks, for the 2025 Psychic Development class. That's beginning in January. I've been doing kind of a soft opening for that. which I usually do in the fall of the year. I have a lot of people registered already. I do limit that class to only maximum 30 people, between 25 and 30, depending on how it feels. But it'll be very manageable, where we can have a very intimate class. Once we get to that number of people that is the right number, we're going to stop. We won't offer any more positions. So if you want the class, now is the time to get it before the end of the year, okay, in November if possible, because during November, not only are we offering our early prepay bonuses, which give you almost a full class and a half for free. When I say class and a half, each class, this runs from January through the end of May, okay? And we offer during that time actually 6 classes and my Seeing Beyond the Veil. And each one of those classes meets 3 times, okay? So when I'm saying that you're getting almost a class and a half, you're getting basically four classes, 4 meetings for free, okay, by purchasing it now, doing that early bird special. It's a big discount. And in addition to that, you're going to get all the perks that everybody gets once I go public with this, to the general public after the first of the year. So you'll get all the perks. And what's more is that you also are able to get a multi-pay option, which makes it a lot easier, especially during this time of the year. So if you purchase it during November, we can break that down for you: November, December, and January. So you'll be paying in 3 installments instead of all at once. And if you purchase in December, it would be 2 installments, December and January, but you're still getting that opportunity to be able to do that. Once we get into January, the only way you'll be able to get a multi-pay option is to pay through something like PayPal Credit, where you can get your multi-pay option through the actual payment plan that you use. At any rate, Lisa handles all that stuff. She's brilliant, and she will help you through all of it. So if you're interested in joining my psychic development class in 2025, don't wait. Please sign up now and take advantage of those discounts. Once we get into January, it'll be the full pay. It's a $3,000 class, worth, by the way, people will write about this, worth every single cent that you pay. I always say to my students, awaken to abilities you only dreamed of. And that sounds trite. It's not, it's real. Folks, every single one of you sitting here watching this program tonight, participating in this program, thinking, oh, wow, what Sandy's doing here is just absolutely amazing. I'm going to tell you, you have all the same abilities and the same skills that I have. Every one of you has. It's really a matter of how much work are you willing to put in? How much do you want to apply yourself to being able to develop your skills? If you apply yourself a little bit, well, then you wake up a little bit. If you apply yourself a lot, you're going to be brilliant. You might go out and be a professional like I am. So it's really just a matter of how much work do you want to put into it. The program that I offer is so good that I can promise you, if you attend it, you're going to open and develop those abilities. You've already got them. All I have to do is provide the tools, which is what I do beautifully, to help you to open what you've already got, to learn to work with it and master it. So hopefully you'll become part of my group this year. We're an intimate group that goes from January through May. I'm already getting excited about meeting all of you. So my last offering is something I only offer for a very short period once a year. I don't always get a lot of openings. This year I have several. My 6-session reading coaching package, and this is, when you get coaching from Sandy, you're not just getting coaching from me, you're getting coaching from my guides and your guides, okay? So it's pretty incredible. I'm offering this at $1,900 until December 31st. You're going to save $200 off of the plan. It's a 6-session package. Most of my people actually will order 12 sessions because they're going to want to meet once a month with me. What does the coaching package give you other than being able to meet with me and my guides? You're going to be able to pre-schedule so you'll know you'll get in. Folks, I book up, and a lot of times when you want that session and it's important to have it, you can't get it. You can't get in there. If you are one of my coaching clients, you're already pre-scheduled from the beginning of the year. If we have to move you around, we have no trouble doing that because you are going to get priority. Okay. So if that's something which interests you, if you're at a difficult period in your life, if you're at a point which is, okay, I'm about to launch a new career, or I'm about to get married and have a family, you're at that point in your life where decision making and seeing the world around you with clarity and seeing your path forward and its many options is important to you, then this might be a good time to get some coaching. Okay, and again, if you want to know more about it, you can read more about it on my website, and you can also talk to Lisa because she knows all about it. Okay, and folks, thank you so much for listening to me talk about all these wonderful things I'm offering as we move deeper into the fall. Lisa, who is our first victim this evening?
Number one victim tonight is Allison. Allison, can you unmute? Hello, Allison.
She's probably trying to figure the program out.
Well, she had her hand up, so that's the biggie.
Yep, the hand is up, which is great. To unmute yourself, you get muted two ways. Lisa will unmute you on our end, but you still have to unmute your mic on yours. So if you locate where your mic is, there'll be a little mic symbol, and you just click on it, and it'll turn green. And then you'll be able to speak. Okay,
Yeah,
Lisa.
Allison may have stepped away for a minute.
Yeah, or she might be just trying to figure out her computer too. We can try and, Allison, if you hear this, go and answer in the chat and say, Lisa, I'm working on it. And meanwhile, we're going to move on to somebody else, but we will come back to you if you answer. Okay. Okay, Lisa, who was next on your list?
Well, we're going to go down to Veronica. Veronica, can you unmute?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can. Hi there, Veronica. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you, Sandy?
Always good. I'm lucky.
Good. Yes, that's a beautiful thing. So,
Yep.
I am a Scorpio and I am from Central Florida. I'm actually visiting some family in Tampa right now. And I am very grateful for my family and the love that we share. Love is big. It's always a big motivator and it's what makes my world go round. So, um, but right now, lately, I've been having some issues,
Hang
career
on, hold
wise.
it, hold it, hold it. Hang on to
Okay,
that part, okay? I'm going to come
okay,
back because that's your specific question. I want to address you as a Scorpio based
yes.
on this chart that we're looking at here, and you'll see my cursor over here in the blue. I'm going to be
Mm-hmm.
pointing to things with it. That's why I
I
love
see
this
it.
program. I can point to things, give me a sense of control, okay? So this sign here is Scorpio. And I'm going to talk for a minute about all of the fixed signs. Folks, if you are a Scorpio, an Aquarius, a Leo, or a Taurus, you need to pay close attention to this. Something extremely important has just happened. And you already might be picking up on this because right up here in this chart's seventh house, that's the house of relationship, we have the planet Pluto at 0 Aquarius. And it is making a hard aspect to Scorpio. It's making a hard aspect across the chart to Leo. It's making a hard aspect across this chart to Uranus. So we have actually got from Pluto to Uranus to Mars, we've got what we call a T-square. You can see it if I draw it with my cursor. And that
Mm-hmm.
T-square comes into, it points to the sign Scorpio. So Scorpio, you're bearing the brunt of this, okay? But it's really important to notice this because as Pluto moves into Scorpio, or not Scorpio, it moves into Aquarius, it's affecting all of the fixed signs, all four of you. And folks, even if you're not an Aquarian, a Leo, a Scorpio, or a Taurus, undoubtedly you have some planets in fixed signs. So this transit I'm about to talk about is affecting everyone. Folks, Pluto moving into Aquarius is major. It's going to be there for 19 and a half years. It's not leaving, okay? It'll retrograde during the spring and summer and give you time to breathe. And then every fall and winter, it's going to go direct again, and it will transform every single thing in your life, everything. Now, I like to think of that as you're going to get an upgrade, okay? But along the way, upgrades come with having to make decisions and choices, and they come with having to leave some other people that you love behind who aren't getting the same upgrade you are, i.e., it is going to be an action-packed and very interesting next 19 years for you folks. If you keep a calendar, we are reverting back to when Pluto first gave its little window into Aquarius last year, at the beginning of 2024, between Christmas of last year and April of last year, those first 4 months of the year. Pluto gave us coming attractions into everything it's going to do in your lives for the next 19 years. Folks, this is important. And in this chart right now, because Pluto is in the house of relationship and opposing the house, the first house that says, here I am, this is what I want to do with my life. And it's making a hard square to Uranus, which is all of your hopes and your desires and your friends and groups and the people who have a lot of influence over you that are saying, no, 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 you got to do it my way. Okay. And the long and the short of it is that you have all of these desires that you want to do and you want to complete, and the world is acting on you and trying to push you. In fact, it is pushing you into this sign Scorpio and its energy, which is in the fourth house, family, mother, females, and the fifth house, children, romance. Okay. And so you're wanting to have and do all of these wonderful things, but the people and the circumstances in your life all need to be taken care of first. And they all have their wants and their needs. And there are going to have to be sacrifices made and decisions made. And hopefully, you're going to find a way to balance everything out so that everybody, most importantly, you, is happy. Okay. How am I doing so far?
You're nailing it.
Okay. So now, what's your specific question?
Well, in light of the upgrade that you were talking about, um, specifically work-wise, I feel like I'm due for an upgrade, and I'm not sure um, what direction or how to go about it. I don't know if it's a total career change or within my area, or just kind of um, starting something on my own. And so there are many directions, some more scary than others. And I just was wondering if you had any guidance from your guides today for me.
Okay. The first thing is that you are feeling between a rock and a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because all of the things that you just suggested, let me just put it this way. If one of them was bright and shiny and wonderful, you wouldn't ask that question. You would simply know, okay, that's my direction. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is, all of those things you're looking at and you're saying, yeah, it's not the one, is it?
That's correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're faced with that, one of the biggest things, folks, that we're all here on planet Earth to learn right now is to follow our, I think it was our internal compass, that sense of inner feeling that says yes, and you're not getting it. So
That's
if you're
right.
not getting that yes, and I don't mean, gee, emotional, gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that inner voice that says, yes, go in this direction. Well, if you're not getting that, guess what? You're not supposed to make a change right now.
Mm-hmm.
Your opportunity hasn't come yet. Does
Okay.
that make sense to you?
It sure does. Mm-hmm.
And it will come. Okay. When that, and but follow your inner voice. Follow, Esther Hicks calls it I think she calls it your inner compass, your feeling compass. It's a compass. It will give you the right direction through life. Your guides will lead you through your emotion. When you're about to make a choice which is good for you, you'll get a little feeling of, oh, Good. When you're about to make a choice that's bad for you, you'll get a yeah, ugh, which is
Mm-hmm.
what you're just pushing out, and we can all feel it. Okay. So obviously, all the choices you're being given are the yucky ones. Don't do them. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Worst
Yep.
thing you can ever do for yourself is to move forward, no matter how much pressure mom and dad are putting on you, no matter how much pressure your friends are putting on you. The worst possible thing you can do is to step forward into a direction that they might like, but your inner self says, yuck,
Mm-hmm.
don't do it. Okay. And so right now you're supposed to be kind of sitting there. And the thing is, you're waiting for something, and it's a transformation that's going to be happening in the family. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Okay.
don't know if there's an older person, perhaps a male, grandfather, father on one side or the other, um,
Mm-hmm.
older brother, close friend of the family who's older boss, older
Mm-hmm.
male who is ill or has had issues. But there's a transformation of some sort coming in that person's life. Folks, everybody here is listening. For some of you, it's going to be somebody getting a divorce. For others, it's going to be someone moving across the country. For others, it's going to be somebody having to go into a nursing home or passing. These are all issues that are happening in your personal world, your your personal family. And those of you who are in this fixed sign quality that you all are, when it happens, believe me, you're going to know it. You're going to be shot out of a cannon. The energy around you is going to be so forceful. You're not going to have any doubt of what direction to go. What you should be doing right now is thinking about when the pressure around me is relieved, because it will be, when the avenue to act becomes clear, what is it that I really want? That's what you need to be thinking about. For
Mm-hmm.
example, you said you're visiting Florida right now. Is that a place you want to live? Do you want
No,
to
no,
live closer
yeah,
to family,
I live
or
in
do you want to
Florida,
live
but I'm
further away?
visiting another part of Florida. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you see,
Mm-hmm.
you're what you're already doing without consciously realizing it is unconsciously you're looking at your options and you're lining them up.
Yeah.
But you can't make the decision yet because that trigger has not been pulled. And the trigger is going to be that person, that authority person in your world in some making some major change where they are no longer the guiding principle. They're no longer the controlling interest in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that makes some sense to you.
It sure does. Thank you, Sandy.
Okay. And my guides are also saying you'll know within four fingers. And I don't know if that is April, 4 weeks, 4 days, but four months from now. Okay.
Okay.
You'll
Mm-hmm.
know within that time period. Okay.
Sounds
Good
good.
luck.
Thank you.
Hey, and all of you fixed sign people listening to this, good luck to you too. And I want you to know that I am empathizing, that means feeling with you, because even though I'm a Gemini, which is a mutable sign, I happen to have a fixed grand cross in my chart astrologically. So I might as well be a fixed sign, as so many of you might be. So, like I said, this energy is affecting many of us here, not just the people who are Tauruses, Aquarians, or Leos or Scorpios. Okay. Lisa, who is next? And thank you so much for asking that very interesting question, because that's one of the most important transits we're having right now. And it's important for everyone to be able to be aware of what's happening astrologically. Then life starts to make a lot more sense. Lisa, who's next?
We're going to go back and try Allison again. I think maybe she's got her computer fixed. Allison, can you unmute? Allison, can you unmute on your end?
Okay, how's that?
I can hear you. Very good. That's great.
Oh, yay.
So, Allison, where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from Virginia Beach and I'm a Capricorn. Actually, my birthday is Christmas Eve. And my question is just how
Yep. Hang on to your
my,
question. Let me talk about the cardinal signs for a
okay,
moment.
go ahead. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
As a Capricorn,
Yeah, oh
remember I
boy.
said that Pluto has just entered Aquarius? Well, guess
Yes.
where it just came from? It just
Capricorn.
came from Capricorn. So, my friend, Allison, you just went through 19 years of transformation, didn't you?
Yes,
And so
sure
you can
did.
share with our fixed sign friends a little bit about how that worked. Folks, if you're a Capricorn, a Cancer, a Libra, or an Aries, you're a cardinal sign. And once again, in this chart, we have Venus tonight in Capricorn. We have Chiron and North Node and the Midheaven in Aries. We have the South Node and the bottom of the chart in Libra, and it's all pointing out to the ascendant of the chart, which is Cancer. So if you're a cardinal sign right now, like Allison is, number one, you're feeling this tremendous sense of relief because Pluto's leaving your sign. Wow, wonderful. Okay.
Yes.
And the thing is, you're also experiencing this right now in this moment. You're experiencing this cardinal T square. It's a transitionary one. It's not going to last 19 years. This is going to last for maybe this next year. There is a lot of concern for you, especially this month, about family. You're all concerned with who's going to go where for the holidays and who's going to be financially secure for the holidays. And people in your families are kind of moving around. You know, who's going where, who's going to live with who. It's interesting. Okay. But if you're a cardinal sign, there's pressure from work, there's pressure from your mate or partner, there's pressure from your close friends, from your family, and they're all trying to tell you how to make everybody happy.
Right.
But at least it's not going to last for 19 years.
Thank God.
What's your specific question?
Just how my new business venture would go or will go.
It's having a little trouble, it seems, right now getting off the ground.
Right.
Um, Allison, do you have a partner?
No.
Okay. Is this a business where you require a partner?
Eventually it would be nice, but really no.
Okay, my guides are saying that the reason it's not moving forward with the speed of development that you thought it would is because there's a partnership there that should be there that's not happening.
Right.
So I don't know if you formed the idea for this business with another person, or if maybe in your mind when you formed it, you had a past experience with somebody helping you in certain areas, but it feels like there are missing tools. That's the way I want to put it. There are missing things here that you need to be able to bring in order to make this thing move along faster and be more successful. And
Okay.
my guides are saying that you've thought to yourself of maybe getting together with somebody from the family. You may have had a family business before, but you have reasons for saying no. I don't really want to do that. I want this to be my own thing. I think it's a good idea for it to be your own thing, but I also think that you really need to have that other person to discuss, to bounce off, and whether that's a person from your family or whether that's a pro, I don't know. But that seems to be what's missing. There's a knowledge gap. Okay, that's what my
Okay.
guides are saying, a knowledge gap. Now, how long will it be before it's successful? And my guides give me a 5. They're
Okay.
saying that you are likely going to walk away from the first all-encompassing perspective, and you're going to end up, it's almost like it could go in 3 different directions, and you're going to choose one of those directions. And
Okay.
so you're going to walk away from something that is sandbagging you. Okay. And by
Okay.
doing that, there'll be less expense going out. It'll be easier for you to control. You're going to be able to do it without the partnership. You see that? Right
Okay.
now, it's not working because you're requiring that partnership that you don't have. So you're going to walk away from that aspect of the business. And that'll take a 5. That could be 5 days, 5 weeks, maybe next May. I do think that it won't happen in 2024. Will it become successful in 25? Not really. How about 26? You know,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm drawing a whole list of cards that are negatives. And when I get that, what it tells me is that you're going to have to do a whole lot of tweaking and you already know this because you're a business person. You're one of those people that can look at something and know if this has merit or not, you see?
Right.
And
Right.
apparently there are a lot of sections of this thing that aren't going to work because it's not I'm getting a location problem. Now I don't know if that's like, okay, I'm working out of my home and that's not a good place to be working. Or, oh, I'm working out of a store in town, but maybe I need to be in a different store. I'm feeling like there's something foundational that is not working for this business that needs to be shifted right from the ground up in order for it to become successful. And I also want to tell you that whatever it is that the problem is something that you didn't want to do to begin with. Remember I was
Ah,
talking to a previous caller? If it feels like a yuck, don't do it.
right.
So there was something here that you knew didn't feel right and you did it anyway. But now you're having to deal with the results of that. That's the
Right.
thing that needs to be changed in order for
Uh,
you to embrace success. If you do that, you can actually make this successful and paying its own bills within 3 years.
okay.
Otherwise, it's going to be minimally 5 years.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Now, on a different note, okay, we have big things happening in our world, folks, financially right now. I'm sure most of you kind of would have to be an ostrich with your head in the sand not to see things that are going on. There are changes in the cryptocurrency, changes with the World Bank. Bitcoin has gone to just 100,000 right now. But I can't believe that. I remember when it was available for like $1.50.
Hmm.
I'm old enough to remember that. The thing is that we have all kinds of things that are going on in the world financially, and our world in 2025 is going to change dramatically financially. All of us are going to be in a better position than we are right now, but we are going to have to watch for opportunities, and we're going to have to not act until the opportunities become clear. And that's going to be the hard one because you're going to feel like, okay, money's coming in, I want to jump, but until it's clear and solid, you're going to have to, take a breath and step back and hold on and pretend Pluto is still in your sun sign. Okay, i.e., be cautious. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
you're very welcome, and good luck with everything. And Lisa, who's our next person, please?
All righty, our third person tonight is going to be Sharon. Sharon, can you unmute?
Hello. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sharon. Good to speak with you. And
Same here.
where are you from, and what's your sun sign?
Palm Beach, Florida, and Capricorn.
Ah, another Capricorn. So I'm not going to go back into what I said about Capricorn. Other than that, how does it relate to you?
You mean my question?
Well, when I was talking about Capricorn with our previous caller, how did those things relate to you?
Mm, Uh, I think I missed it.
Okay, because I think that when you get your recording, because Lisa will send these recordings out to you after I put them up on YouTube, um, re-listen to that section because I talked a lot about what's going on for Capricorns right now astrologically. And I don't want to go back over it, but it'll be there and it will be important to you. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
So what's your specific question?
Well, I'm going to be retiring in a couple of years, like 2 years, and I just wanted to see in my future regarding love, health. Am I going to be staying in my area of Palm Beach, Florida? You know, like my near future. I've been single for a long time,
Yeah,
and
I do see you retiring. I do see you staying in Palm Beach, Florida, that general area. So I think it works for you. I think you're going to enjoy the retiring. I do think that, you wish you could retire sooner.
yes,
Okay.
that's very.
Yeah, you're having a little bit, you're just feeling right now like the world, the people you work with, you're feeling like they're not on your side. There's more than you can handle here. They're asking too much. What I'm going to suggest is between now and when this all gets straightened out, that you just try and do your best to, number one, set some boundaries so that you don't feel like you're constantly carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. But also keep reminding yourself about, well, I'm going to be I don't have to be personally upset about what's happening here because I'm going to be gone in 2 years.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
been working on that.
Yeah, keep reminding yourself, okay? Now, is there a chance you might retire earlier?
Uh,
Um, I
well, I'm
don't,
trying to wait till I'm get full Social Security at 70.
yeah,
So
but that's what I was about to say. I don't think so. In some cases, somebody else might say, yeah, the heck with this, I'm going to take that early retirement. Because I do see extra finances coming to you. I don't know whether it's through your work or through somebody else around you's work, but I feel like extra money is going to come in, but I still don't see you retiring. So I do think you're going to stay until those full benefits come.
oh, but you do see something coming in. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
I do. I
good
definitely do. Yeah, yeah.
because I wanted to buy a house, but I can't do it right now.
Oh, in the future, you are going to be able to buy a house. Okay. And, you know, I'm getting interesting. First, I got 3 years, then I got 7 years, then I got 10 years. Now, I don't know whether that's three different homes or whether that's three different options or it's three different moves.
Wow.
Okay. But I definitely see you with a home. It's coming.
Oh,
Okay. So the finances to do that are going to be there.
and then I guess maybe I'll be alive for another 10 more years after that.
Yeah, now you're thinking like me. I ask one question, they answer another, and I'm like, that's cool, really good. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yes,
because you said
you don't
10 years.
you go
So,
anywhere.
oh, as long as I'm healthy, that's all that matters, I guess, because you can't do anything
Ultimately,
without
this is very true, isn't it? Yes, it
checking.
certainly is. And your health, by the way, should be particularly good right now because Venus is going through Capricorn. This should be a very good time, a good month for you coming up.
Oh, good, because it's been
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yep.
Thank you.
And Lisa, who's next?
Our next victim for tonight, excuse me, is Lauren. Lauren, can you unmute?
Yes, hi.
Hi there, Lauren. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Palm Beach, Florida.
And what are you, oh, another one from Palm Beach. And what are you
Yes,
most grateful for in your life right now? I've been forgetting to ask you folks that, and it's so important. That attitude of gratitude. They talk about it kiddingly, but it really is true. When you're grateful, the universe brings you more good things to be grateful for. So it's a good attitude to have. So in your
yes.
life, what are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful for my family. I have a great family that's very supportive, and I'm very grateful for them.
Awesome. And I'm grateful that you have that. So many of our calls tonight are happy about their families. And I want to just point out, I love astrology, and the sign Cancer is the sign of family, and here it is right on the ascendant. And what is everybody saying? I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the warm, wonderful, supportive people I have around you. That's what Cancer is all about. And here it is. It's the ascendant on our chart tonight. That makes sense. And what sign are you?
I'm a
You said
Leo.
you said Leo. Okay. No, you didn't say it, but you're a Leo. And here's Leo in the first house of this chart. So let's talk about Leo for a minute. I don't know if you were listening when I talked to our Aquarian caller a little bit ago, but Leo's a fixed sign, just like Aquarius is and Taurus is and Scorpio is. Actually, that person wasn't Aquarius, they were Scorpio. And as because you're also a fixed sign, all the things I said to them about the fixed sign is going to affect you as well. You're embarking on a 19-year journey where for you, because Mars is starting this in Leo, um, there are going to be times when you're feeling like you're fighting for your life to be able to stand up and be counted, to be seen, to get your wants and needs recognized. um, it's not characteristic of you to be pushy or to assert yourself. You're just a generally nice person, and if you treat everybody else well, then they're going to treat you well too. And what you're finding, and we'll be seeing more of as Pluto goes further into Aquarius, is that you have to take the reins of command. You have to become the leader that you are, and it's going to be an interesting experience. That's in process for you. You're already seeing it that if you don't speak up and say, hey, I want that seat, somebody else is going to take it. Okay.
I'd say that's
So,
very accurate.
yeah, it's funny when you look at something like that. It's such a simple thing, But it's not simple, folks. When you're in that kind of situation, it can literally feel like people are taking your life away because you never have your own seat anymore, you know? So
It's very true.
I'm just using that as an example, but the key for you is that you have to get around your niceness and start to become more assertive and say, "Hey, this is what I want." And like I want to go and see that movie. If you want to go to see the other one, that's fine. But I'm still going here. You can come, but whether you come or not, I'm going. Okay. And right now, that's not really who you are. You're always too nice. Am I going to say you're not going to be nice anymore? No, you're still going to be this nice, wonderful, sweet person. You're just going to be more assertive, and your leadership qualities are going to blossom. And I think that's great. Okay, what's your
Love,
question?
I love that. My question is, I've been single for a long time, and I'd like to know how I can attract a healthy romantic relationship, possibly in the
Yeah,
near
now I
future.
understand something. When Lisa was calling on you, I always pull some cards when she's calling. And the first card I pulled was this Five of Swords inverted, which talks about your past relationship partners mostly being sneaky and untruthful.
Mhm.
And then I pulled this Ten of Swords, which speaks for itself. It's, being stabbed in the back multiple times. So that describes a
Yeah.
lot of your past relationships, probably the most recent one. And then we have the Hanged Man, which says, guess what? I'm just going to hang in there and wait and see what comes along and reserve judgment. Does that kind of sound where you are?
Yes, it's very, very accurate.
And I think that this is a really good place for you to be. And I'm not saying that being soured on men, that's not what I'm talking about, but
Okay.
being in a space where you're trusting your heart, trusting your intuition, and you're not just jumping and saying, please like me. You're now looking at the people coming along and saying, do I like them? You see the
Hmm.
reversal? And that reversal for you is very, very important because that little bit of holding back is going to get you to look for those little signals. So you're going to be aware if the guy is married or has a girlfriend, and you're going to become more assertive. So you're not going to be afraid of speaking up and saying, you're a nice guy, but you're going to need to call me back when this other relationship of yours ends. And don't try to cheat because I'll know. Okay.
Right.
You're going to need to get to that point. And like I said, you're such a nice person. Don't you start to feel like you want to hate that word nice? Okay. But you are such a sweet, nice person that it's so easy for other people, and not just men, women too, okay, but mostly in the dating game, to get over on you because you're more concerned with, are they going to like me? What can I do to please them? And that
Mhm.
attitude has always set you up for, getting taken advantage of. And what you're doing now is changing that. It's already starting. And this is going to put you in a position to be able to recognize the nice guy when he comes along. Isn't that what you want? You know,
Yes.
yeah. So, it used to be you wanted the guy with the pizzazz, the guy who could come on to you with you're very empathic, you're very energetically sensitive. So if that guy was somebody who could really throw the sexual energy, man, he was the one you were attracted to like a magnet. And now you've almost gotten to the point like, he's really attractive. Why is he doing this? What does he want from me? Now, by the way, I should tell you that is a Scorpio reaction. And what did I say before, folks, about the fixed signs? That given this T square that's in the chart, this chart for tonight, this horary chart, the energy is coming out into Scorpio, and Scorpio never, ever, ever, ever responds to that energy. Scorpio says, "Okay, so you want me? Why?" Okay, that's a
That's very
Scorpio
interesting.
reaction. Okay, and so you're starting to utilize these Scorpio reactions in your life. Now, what'll happen ultimately is that you're going to be the nice gal who actually manages to find the nice guy.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. because I've been waiting a long, long time.
Well, you've almost gotten to the point where you don't want to date anymore. You know, you've almost
Yes.
gotten to the point where it seems to you like the only nice guys are the ones who are the guys that, you know, for whatever reason, either they don't have a job or they are an invalid and can't get out of bed, or the only guys that you're looking at that really could make a good partner are people that you wouldn't want to partner with for reasons that, you know, you wouldn't be able to have the life you wanted with them. So what you've got to do is put that thought out, okay? Just a little bit of interesting pattern here about how to manifest. Put the thought out for the nice girl meeting the nice guy, having the wonderful, sweet, balanced relationship and all the happiness that you want, and feel it in your heart, okay? That's the thought you want to put out. See, the universe, i.e. your guides, higher power, they see the end result. They bring you the end result back. And then once you've cast your, you know, your hook out there, now you have to be ready to respond to what the universe brings back to offer to you. And try not, this is the biggest problem for you fixed signs, to learn how to not try to control the means of getting there. Because if you're so concerned with, well, I have to meet this guy on either my job or his job, you're going to totally miss the guy you bumped into in the supermarket. You
Mm,
have to be, you have to be flexible. You have to look around. You have to be aware of what the universe is offering you that takes you in a series of stepping stones for that long distance goal instead of trying to super control and orchestrate every single aspect of it. What do you attract when you're being over controlling? What do you think you attract into your life?
someone that's controlling.
Exactly, you got it. So if you want to attract somebody who smells the roses, who's a little lighter and easier to get along with, who's more flexible, who's understanding, what do you have to be?
I would have to be that. Practice what I
And it's
preach
a
and what I
challenge.
want.
It's a challenge, and it's, you know,
Yeah,
it's only
yeah,
human to try to want to control every aspect of our life to
yeah.
make it happen the way we want it. Um, but I got to tell you right now, you can't make this happen. You're going to have to learn to
Right.
allow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And I do not see you meeting him before the end of 2024. So just have fun. Don't expect anything great. And
Okay.
I do see you meeting this person you're going to be with in 2025.
Oh, wow. That's
Don't see you.
exciting.
I don't see you knowing him now. And
Okay.
I would suggest you're probably going to meet him somewhere between now and after Christmas, because they said not before the end of 2024, but you'll probably meet him before Pluto retrogrades in the spring, which would be May. So probably within that first 4 months, either that or the very tail end of the year, November or December of 2025. Okay?
Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah. Okay. Lisa, I think we have time for one more person. And thank you so very much. That was fun.
Okay, our last person tonight is going to be Kimberly. Kimberly, can you unmute?
Hello, Kimberly. She either stepped away or she's having trouble with her mic. So let's go to the person after her.
All righty then. The next last person for tonight is Laura H.
Hello, Laura. I hear a mic rattling. Can you unmute?
She is unmuted.
Are you there, Laura? I can't hear you.
If that's me, I didn't
There you go. I can
understand.
hear you now.
I didn't understand how to raise or lower my hand. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, Laura, where are you from?
I'm in Bradenton, Manatee County, and if somebody's after me, I can yield. Otherwise, I will go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm Laura in Bradenton.
Uh-huh.
I'm grateful for my wonderful marriage. I'm Capricorn, another Capricorn.
You know, I'm excited. I gotta say this. I am so excited about all the Capricorns coming on and asking questions tonight. I don't usually get that. You know, you guys usually hang back and listen. Occasionally you talk, but when everybody's coming on, I know that's because even though life isn't really charging ahead yet, you're feeling like something's been unplugged. You're feeling like it's time. And that's good. I think it's good for everybody. So what is your specific question?
Looking into the next year, will there or should there or could there be a change in our home and living arrangement?
You know, are you and your husband on the same page about this?
Yes.
Yeah, my cards are in a, that's a surprise for me because I'm pulling cards here that say you're not. But when I
Hmm.
ask, are you telling the truth here? I'm getting a yes. So there's a conflict here. So who's not on the same page that's making this difficult? Because there's something acting on this choice, you see? So the moving of the home is obviously something that both of you want, and I have to tell you, it would be very good for you. So who in your life is is the obstacle? That obstacle needs to be dealt with.
Huh.
And it is a who. It's not a what, it's a who. Okay. So I
Well,
don't know if the
there,
situation is somebody that maybe you're helping out financially, so it's tapping your finances, or whether it's something you haven't addressed with somebody financially because maybe you're afraid of bringing it up. But it ties into finances and it ties into a person that's sandbagging you.
well, the situation is we have purchased, we've bought into into a continuing care retirement community. So that means there's been financially a buy-in commitment. Uh,
Okay.
but but the community has changed and that no longer has what we what our reasoning was for being here.
Right. And
But
so what I'm seeing here then is okay, you're ready to move, your husband's ready to move, but you're financially anchored in because of the legal agreements. Okay. Are you going to be able to get out of any of those legal contracts? There's the answer. The answer is yes. You may have to hire an attorney to help you work through this. It'll be worth every cent. Will you get money back? And I get a yes, you will. But it has to be handled right.
okay, interesting.
Okay. Get on it. And good luck to you both. I think you're going to be much happier when you make that move.
Hmm.
And put your energy and your thoughts into where you want to be, the kind of community you want to be in, the where you want to go, and handle what's on your plate now. And go ahead and get that attorney to look into it and deal with it. Don't avoid it. Deal with it. Take it on, but don't get negative about it. No matter what happens, don't get negative. Just say, I'm going to plod along and work my way through this. It's happening. We're going to be in our nice place. Keep your brain focused on the nice place because that's going to be your anchor to pull you through all of the stuff you're going to have to go through to get out of that community that you're in. Incidentally, I can tell you that you're not the only ones who want to get out of it. And that's
Uh,
probably why it's important to get legal representation so that you're not having to get down there in the trenches and do the dirty work. Let an attorney work your way through that. You're going to be much happier if you do it that way. And once the people who have it almost feels like somebody has repurchased that community. And once those people who have done that realize how many people are trying to move out and it's going to lose its value, it's going to get much harder. So don't wait. Do it. Okay? Don't wait. Get on it. Tell your
we had
husband.
we were we were looking at leaving without and just leaving behind the finances. So
And
you're
my guides are saying, and do it. I mean, go ahead and do it if that's not important to you. But my guides are saying that it may be important for you to make it happen in the legal way.
okay.
maybe they could come after you if you don't tie up all the loose ends or something. They say it's important to consult an attorney at least. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, folks, this has been so much fun. I'm excited. Again, I want to wish everybody a happy, happy, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you get to share it with the people that you love and care for, and that it's all of the wonderful things for you that this time of year is supposed to be. And I'll be back next month. The next psychic hour is December 15th. Please make sure you're registered, and I'll see you then. Good night.